right, you guys. I hope you like that new intro I got going on. Trying to get fancy with my tech skills. Anyway, we're gonna get right to it, you guys. I've been podcasting all day, and yeah, I was really looking forward to this one. So, join me now of introducing Falynn Baptiste. Hi, Falynn.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Sorry, I'm just sharing it here right now. If you guys do me a favor and share this one, we are gonna have a little musical tonight, almost, I guess. Fallon's gonna be singing for us, so I'm excited for that. Are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He's like, what?
This is my first, second podcast.
Yeah.
Newbie.
Did you sing on your first one?
I did. Yeah.
Did you? Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I've been excited for this one and looking forward to it. And I always like, not showing off. What's the word I'm looking for when you want to showcase Indigenous talent? What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Anyway, I'm so glad you're on the show because I've been a big fan of your voice for a while. Especially when that viral video went to you of you when you were singing all the way from #1 fan in Manitoba.
Hey, Connie.
Awesome. So let's introduce yourself. Let's see who you are here. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. My name is Falynn Baptiste. I'm from Red Pheasant, nêhiyaw. I have also family in Cumberland House, Saskatchewan. My mom's family is from there, so hello to Cumberland House. And I'm a teacher by trade here in the city of Saskatoon. I teach high school at Feehan High School, but I've been singing my entire life. So this project has been a long time coming, and I think all of my family are probably all saying the same thing, like, it's about time, Falynn. So I'm really excited to share it with all of you.
Yeah, thank you, Falynn, for that introduction. Just hold on. I feel so rushed tonight. Do you know how many podcasts I did today?
How many?
This is I did the mosquito thing, big announcement. I did Chase the Ace, and then I did a game show, and then I did now on this one 4 times. Crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, the whole show is going to be about you. We're going to focus on you. We're going to focus on your music, your CD, how you got to where you are, all that fun stuff. So let's go back. So, Falynn, you're a teacher and you're on mat leave right now because you have a newborn. Not a newborn. How old is your baby?
She's going to be 1 year old on the 29th. Almost a Christmas baby.
Oh, almost a Christmas baby. Hi. You're obviously enjoying being a mother.
Yes.
And how's that going?
It's probably the hardest job I've ever done. It makes me appreciate all the mothers out there that manage to, raise their babies and work and run their houses. Hats off to you. Women are amazing.
You start appreciating your sleep. When I was a parent, you start appreciating your sleep.
Absolutely.
And when you see those parents that are walking around looking tired, you understand that now. You understand what they're doing.
Yeah, I'll see a woman walking down the street with a stroller, and I want to go fist pump her, you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, and because my daughter, she's turning 12 actually on the 20th year, and then but you see those stages like when she was a toddler, and like when you get to there, and the child's sometimes doing little fits, and then you understand what that parent's going through, or if there's something embarrassing your kid's doing, or if your kid did something awesome, you understand the whole thing. It's so awesome. You're in for the ride of your life. It's a beautiful ride. So let's go back. I want to start it back. Let's go. Let's see how your journey started to where we are today with this Cree CD. Which I'm very excited to play for you guys. Plus, at the same time, Falynn, like you said, is going to be singing for us. So let's take it back. You said you're from Red Pheasant, where I'm from, where we are from. We're both from Red Pheasant. That's what I mean. I'm so happy and proud to be doing this podcast because, a fellow band member, she's famous right now. So let's take it back. Let's hear about your childhood, and we'll go from there.
I was lucky to grow up near my Mushroom and Kukum. They lived next door. In fact, all of our family kind of lived around each other in the same area on Red Pheasant. And I think being around family and growing up with family and growing up with, our traditions and our language, my mom and dad were first language Cree speakers, and my kukum and mushu, my aunties and uncles. Now that I'm the age that I am, I really appreciate the fact that, for the first 15, 18 years of my life, I grew up among my family, in the safety of my home community and with my culture, with my traditions, and what that did to build a foundation for me as a person. Pretty grateful for that.
Yeah, you know what, and I on the other hand grew up the other way. I've not in a traditional way, and I'm starting to slowly try to get back into what being an Indigenous person is. Trying to learn my language. I'm always getting teased by your mom, and learning our traditions. I had my daughter dancing a little bit of powwow. Trying to go to ceremonies once in a while. Um, can you tell me what else, with growing up with the family structure? Because I know your mom, she's fluent in Cree, and your brothers are fluent in Cree. Can you tell me about that? Be like being like learning to speak the language. Like, what's it like to, like me, just someone who understands a few words here and there. What's it like to talk fluent Korean? Like that.
Um, like I said, I didn't appreciate it until later on in life, like,
Hmm.
last maybe 5, 8 years, because it is a very complex language. You don't know, if you're not a Cree speaker, and even if you are a Cree speaker, you don't appreciate how complex and actually difficult the language is.
Yeah.
Um, and even with myself, I left, that part of me for a long time and went out trying to be, a success and getting my degree and all of that. And then kind of leaving my family and my traditions behind. And even my language, I didn't use it for 10, 15 years. And so
After
having
you
to
left
come,
the rest.
yeah,
Hmm.
I lived away from home and hardly ever went back home. And then after I finished my degree and started teaching, I realized how important it is to keep that language alive and how many young people don't know the language. And so, I had to go back to kind of a relearning period of relearning. And even now, because I don't use it very often, to have a conversation, it takes me a long time. Like goodness, it takes me a long time to think about what to say and how to say it and the tense to say it in. But if I sit there and I write it, and I'm just in myself and I'm not self conscious about what other people think, I can sit there and talk to myself all day with nobody around, you know. But it's that just being confident and like I can say like, beta anima, bring that, or minigwe, or pitigwe, ape, I can say all those little things.
Hmm.
But to have a conversation in another language uses a different part of the brain, and you almost need to always be practicing. And I suppose I need to put myself in an environment and like almost an immersion environment where there's only Cree speakers around, and then probably it would come back to me, more easily.
You know, it's so funny you say that because my mom, she's a fluent speaker. And, around here, as we know, like you said, there's a lot of people that were losing our language. And, my mom, she only goes to our one relative over, our oldest living relative. We call her Aunt Margaret. She's like our great, our kugum.
Mm.
But she goes over there and they speak Cree to each other all the time. So that's where she gets her, I guess her fix where she gets, and they love to speak Cree, when they hear Cree online or even in your song, my mom listen to it and there's just a big smile on your face, right?
Mm.
It puts a huge smile on your face. And,
It
you
does.
know,
I remember I put a snap out not that long ago on Snapchat. I was at Costco, and my ears perked up to this sound. And because I have family from the north, and I
mm,
grew up in the north as well, like going to visit family, there were people who are obviously from the north speaking Cree, and I'm pushing my cart, just trying to listen to them, not wanting to listen to their conversation, but a part
you're
of my
just like
heart
this
just
or
felt,
this.
a
What?
part of my heart just felt good listening to people speaking Cree. And, I just wanted to hear more of it, so
Yeah.
it's funny that you mentioned that your mom goes to your aunt.
Yeah, well, the other idea I had, which I think we should, because this day and age, like these podcastings like this are happening, and Raymond Fox is actually watching right now, foxing around. Big shout out. That's actually one podcast you got to get on. Big exposure there.
Okay.
But his dad started a podcast the other night, and Ray Fox and spoken Cree, and then he was singing he was playing like ground dance music and stuff. But it was nice to hear. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It was really nice to hear, especially to see an elder do that. And then, to me, I think I don't know what anyone thinks or I thought of this, but my idea is a Cree podcast. What do you think?
Absolutely. If it was, I tune in to listen. I'm always going on to all the Facebook groups and reading and listening, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it would be huge. Like you said, you would tune in and you would listen, and I guess it would tune you up for your more of the to get your Cree fix. I guess like I said with my mom.
Yeah.
Auntie Roberta and Auntie Connie are watching Fal too.
Hey.
Awesome. Canoe Lake, you said, eh?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Cumberland House.
Or Cumberland House. Are they? They're not wide dialect. They're TH up there, aren't they?
Cumberland House is N dialect, isn't it?
Oh, N.
Yeah, N. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew they're not Y.
No.
I had a friend.
So instead of nêhiyaw, they say Nina.
And that's as a Cree non-speaker, but only understand a few words. You guys catch that on, eh? Like I know a lot of the staff that speak Cree. Your mom, she tells us the difference about the different sayings in each Cree word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you moved to the city because you said you moved to the city, or no, you moved. I'm guessing to the city, wherever the city is. Saskatoon?
Well, into North Battleford and then Saskatoon and then North Battleford, then Saskatoon.
So you moved to the city and then what? You went to school?
I went to school and got my degree and then just kind of focused on getting a teaching job. That was kind of just, focus on becoming a decent, good teacher.
Were you thinking of becoming a singer? When did you start to know you could sing?
My mom said that. My mom said right from when I was small, I'd be humming and singing to myself. In fact, my nickname was Lala for the longest time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I guess, my kukum was a singer. She had a very good voice, my late kukum Teresa.
Yeah.
And all of my uncles are pretty good singers. My dad played in a band in the 70s and 80s. He was more into like AC/DC though. Yeah. Country music. He liked country music.
Yeah.
And
CCR or something like that.
Right. And then I started taking actual voice lessons when I was about 12. And that just helped me to, just like you go to the gym and work out, it helped to, build the stamina and strength of my voice and learn how to read music, sheet music.
Do they actually go like this? Me, 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 me. Is that really? Is that the thing?
Some of the things you do, I won't even do them on here, but the stuff singers do behind stage.
Well, no, I watched a few documentaries on Netflix, and then you see all these singers in the background. They're like, ooh, and they're like singing loud. Yeah. So when did you know that? I guess, and I'm going to say this because I know I'm a really crappy singer. Can you tell you're a good singer? I've always wanted to know that people that can sing, do you have to hear it from somebody else that you can sing, or do you just know? You are good. You're really, really, you are really good.
See, I don't believe you. But it's probably because I have 3 brothers. My brothers, Tyson, Nolan, and Quentin.
Yeah.
And probably my entire life, they told me I sounded terrible and stopped singing.
Typical, eh?
But so they just kept me humble, I think. But there's always somebody better than you out there. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, look at that, Connie. She's like, most of us are crappy singers, but we still sing. But that's true. Like I can't really sing, but there's sometimes I can hit a note, and I sound okay for I think probably a second or two, and after
Mm.
that, it just goes back to reality where it's like, don't sing. But
Well,
hearing people like you sing and carry a tune of anything, even singing a word, it's a beautiful thing to listen to. If I could sing, honestly, I would sing all the time. Like, do you sing in the shower? I honestly would. I honestly thought to myself, if I could ever sing, I would sing all the time. Are you like that?
it depends. For me, my singing kind of matches my, how would you say it? My emotional balance. If I'm not very balanced and things aren't going right in my life, I don't sing as much, which is really weird.
Really?
But if I'm in a good place, I'm usually humming and singing to myself. It's like my barometer for, okay, something's not right.
So you only hum when you're in the car, or do you actually sing? Do you sing songs or?
Um, I think if you ask my students, because they probably spend the most time with me, they'll probably say, yeah, she's always humming to herself. Because it happens unconsciously, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I guess.
yeah.
So you finished your degree in North Balfour or Saskatoon?
In Saskatoon.
At U of S, obviously. Did you take ITEP
Yes,
and you enjoy that?
I did. I took grad, yeah. I said I'd never become a teacher, never say never.
Yeah.
Because my mom worked in the school, and every summer of my childhood I spent at Clifford Whitney School, kind of like my sister Jillian. And I saw what teachers did and how much work they did behind, when school was done in the summers. And I said, nope, I'd never be a teacher. Nope. And here I am, and I love what I do. So never say
Yeah,
never.
no, that's true. They never say never, and
Yeah.
I guess you kind of grow up to be what in your environment growing up in the school. Yeah, you're right. It's like
Yeah.
I work at a school now, and I want to become a teacher. But yeah, you're right. It's
See, when people say that, I say, why? It's so much work.
wow. That's the same thing I say to people when they're saying I want to be a social worker. I'm like, you wouldn't even know anyway. Yeah, that's another conversation.
No, you gotta love it. And I love being a teacher.
Yeah, you got to be passionate for it and enjoy it and stuff. So
Yeah.
take a deep breath. You seem nervous.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Sip of water.
Look at that. So proud of you, Fallon. I given you so many shout outs like on the game show I did. Even one of your songs was on there as
Oh, thank
as
you.
the question, and your auntie actually called in and got it. So
Oh, nice. Yeah.
yeah. Did you watch it a bit? No?
I know I had a meeting, so I did
Oh,
miss
okay.
it. Yeah.
Jillian was on there too. She was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so moving forward, you got your degree. Did you sing during in university or
Yeah,
because
I
I want to
did.
I want to base this conversation about your singing. Like I said, it's like
Yeah.
that's the focus of this tonight. But I also want to get in depth, like how it was growing up in Saskatoon. As a young Indigenous woman, and how you got to where you are. It's all about sharing your whole story.
Yeah. Like I've probably always kept up singing. Someone just by word of mouth, so and so would say, "Oh, Falynn Baptiste, she sings." So they'd call me to sing at conferences and functions, opening ceremonies. Oh, Canada has been a popular request, and just sort of always kind of being a performer on some level. I joined the Voice of the North family a few years in a row and did performing with them, and that was really awesome. And being a part of showcases in North Battleford. North Battleford has always been really supportive of my singing, and yeah, being a part of functions in North Battleford, and going as far as Edmonton and going down to Regina. So it's been a steady stream of being asked to be a part of people's events, but never actively pursuing my own music
Really, until now,
until now.
I'm gonna show. And if none of you guys seen this video, you're gonna see it now. We're gonna talk about kind of how you went viral. Is that showing up?
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell us about this video real quick?
Um, so my brothers, the Rebel hockey team, they were invited to the tournament, and actually, my dad's family, the Baptiste family, takes the Saskatchewan family as relatives.
Mhm.
And so Quentin said, they want you to sing O Canada. So I went and sang O Canada in Cree, and actually a family member of mine, Dale McCauley, recorded it, and he put it on Facebook, and it went viral. And there was just a positive response of people who were so moved and loved the fact that the anthem was in the Cree language.
It was awesome. Let's take a listen here. Of course, I got Res Fi. There's Falynn, right in the middle. Were you nervous?
Can be a lonely place out there.
No kidding, eh? Yeah, that. Oh, come on. I'm gonna let that catch up for a sec here and bring us back. We're gonna let that load and we're gonna play it. Don't worry, I'm gonna play it. But I remember that thing going viral, and I was like, "Oh, that's Falynn, man!" And I listened to it, and it, like I said, it takes you back, even as a non-speaker, who I know a few words here and there, but it's so beautiful to hear our language, like you said, singing "Oh Canada" or I guess any song, and to hear it and just to see you go viral was pretty proud moment for Red Pheasant. Adonia, is that how you say her name? Adonius?
Adonis.
Adonis. Ever since I can remember, I would always look forward to hearing her sing, especially
Aw.
a Christmas concert at Clifford Landing School back in the day.
Aw.
Yes.
My
See,
little sis, my cousin in Montana.
you must have been the go-to person at CWS when you were singing, eh? When there was Christmas concert coming on. As soon
Yeah,
as because we had a student like that, and she's got we had a few beautiful voices, but it's like she was the go-to when we think about singing. Was that you
yeah, yeah. I was lucky to be that person. People
walking down
did get
the
tired of
hallway?
me.
No, and if you could sing, like I said again, if you can sing all the time because it's a gift that was given to you by the creator or the universe, whatever you believe in, it was given to you to share. That's what I believe anyway. And because let's get into mental health here real quick. When people are feeling down or whatever, they listen to a tune. They listen to some kind of song sometimes, right? For me anyway, I like to listen, if I'm having a bad day, I listen to a tune and then that voice or that song will calm me down. And I believe that's what the universe or creator, however you want to look at it, gifted you with that voice to help people get through things.
Mhm.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that? Do you believe that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually my uncle Gary Baptiste. I
Hmm.
remember him telling me one time that if you don't, appreciate your gift or use your gift or, don't use it for good purposes, that it would be taken away because it is a gift, and it's meant for you to share in a good way.
Yeah. So there you guys go. If you can sing, go live. Go live. Yeah. But
Alive.
no, it's so beautiful hearing especially voices like yours, just hearing it every day. And I was actually, when me and Fallon were communicating here, I texted her because it was like midnight, I think, and I decided to listen to her album. And I was only going to listen to one song. I told her. I ended up in a good way. I fell asleep to it because it was so nice to listen to, and I fell asleep to it. So I gave her a shout. I was like, "Wow, you got such a beautiful voice!" And like hearing her sing "Oh Canada," you knew, but I mean to hear it as a Christmas song and in Cree, I was just like, "Wow." So what are people are saying about your CD and stuff? I guess we're gonna
um,
let's hear
but
about.
It's been a really positive response. Like I did a couple demos. It all started with some demos back in 2012. A local musician in North Battleford. His name is Keith Bartlett. He does the um, guitar and the fiddle. He's a very good friend of mine, and he and I got together and we did a couple coffee houses, and then we recorded a holy night and what child is this in Cree, and he put it online. And I think if you look today, I think it's over 80,000 views.
Oh,
on YouTube. And so 2014 Fast Track, because of that positive response, I did a couple more demos of him. And the goal was to make, an actual album. But, life is never a straight line. Like you have a goal in mind, but, you know, especially for a project like this that means so much to me, I almost had to be in the right mindset and right place in my heart and my mind and everything, and my life had to be in a good place. And so it took almost 10 years, but it just happened. Things just lined up, and here we are.
did it speed up in the latest year or in the last few months or?
um well, last year, I wanted to, like, every year I want to get into it, right? And so last year I was pregnant with my baby, and um, yeah, towards the end of my pregnancy, it was just really difficult, and I ended up in the hospital for most of the end. And so
Mhm.
obviously I couldn't do any kind of music or recording in that time. But then having my daughter, and realizing, okay, I know the language. How is she going to know the language? And and really coming to the big picture, and
Yeah.
how important and how little time we have, how short life is. And so, I always speak to her all in as much as I can in Cree. I know she's not even one, but for example, I never say the word come. I'll say astam, or nipawe, stand up, just so
Mhm.
she can always hear that language. So this was kind of something to leave for her. And then what finally pushed me off the edge was, unfortunately, my uncle passed away this past year, in
Yeah.
the fall, and he was probably my biggest fan, and always wanted me to make a CD and take him a CD and finish an album. And every time I saw him, he'd ask me the same thing. And unfortunately, his passing, was what was the final straw to get it done. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, it was a dedication for him and his love, because, he treated me like a daughter, and I took him as a dad. And so, yeah.
Yeah, he's surely missed, and he was such an awesome guy. My late cook called him something, gave him a nickname. It was a Cree name, but I remember him always coming over to our house and visiting. Yeah, such an awesome man.
Hmm.
And it usually takes little things like that, right? Like to get light that fire in you, whatever it is in your life, and to get it going. You know, I know some people are losing their jobs just because of the world we're in, but it's lighting that fire and that passion to get them to do what they. What I think is to do what they were supposed to be do in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it just takes sometimes extraordinary things to get you going. I want to play this, but then I want to hear a song. We're gonna hear
Okay.
song number one. Okay, I really want to. Hopefully, this is working. If it doesn't work, then we're. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. We're on Res Wi-Fi. Bear with us. But anyway, we're gonna hear from Fallon right now. Like I said, we're gonna probably how many songs are you gonna sing? Three?
A couple, yeah. Do a couple.
Couple, two or three. And remember, you guys, she's got a CD out there. They can get it at where can they find your CD?
I have if you're in the North Battleford area, I have some my family, Sabrina Paju and Lori Baptiste, and my mom, Alvina Baptiste, have some CDs. Um, I'm hoping to have a couple outlets next week selling them. I won't say where yet, just stay tuned. Or you can go to my website, FallynBaptiste.com, FALYNNBAPTISTE.com, and you can order them with credit card or e-transfer, and they'll be mailed out to you, or we can arrange a COVID-friendly pickup drop-off.
Like that one right there? Did I get it right?
Spelled my name wrong. Wow.
Did I?
Wow.
Why? Oh, wait.
BAPTISTE.
Hold on. FAL. Or did I
YNN.
spell that piece wrong? No, I got it right, didn't I?
You missed the T in Baptiste.
Oh, I got it right.
More, yeah. Look, you're missing a T.
Where? FAL?
Tiste.
Oh my goodness.
There's a cat in the background.
Oh yeah, my daughter.
Okay. I thought it was
Anyway,
the only person a cat.
Yeah. Let's get right to it. Let's hear a quick tune. Fallon, what song are we singing here?
I thought I'd start off with one of my favorites actually. It came upon a midnight clear. Solomon Rat did the translations. I thought it was important to go to a first language speaker and kind of a language keeper. He teaches at the First Nations University. And so he did the translations and then sent them back to me. And then I sat with my mom and we worked on fitting the translations into the music because they had to be translated and then changed to fit into the music and in a way that it would still make sense. And I really love the way It Came Upon a Midnight Clear turned out. If you listen to the words and you have somebody maybe translate them for you, or you're a first language speaker, I just think they're so beautiful that when you take an English word and translate it into Cree and then retranslate it back into English, Cree words always tell a story. It isn't just a direct retranslation. There's more to it, and I think this one is so beautiful. So, yeah.
All right then. Well, let's hear it. Falynn
Okay.
Baptiste, everybody.
Give me a second. I just gotta check my audio.
Excited. Here we go.
I have a peanut operation happening over here with a.
Hey, in COVID times, you got to improvise on anything and anything. Yeah, if you can figure it out, give her.
Okay, you can talk for a minute. I'll just get things going.
Okay. I hope that this loads soon because I always talk about Res Wi-Fi on my shows and how much it sucks, and I can't wait till we get faster internet. Beautiful all around. I bought her Christmas Cree CD. She killed it. Yes, she did, Tish. Yes, she did.
Love you, Tish.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for Fallon here to start her background music, and then she's gonna sing one of her songs from her CD, which you can get at Falynn Baptiste because I spelled it wrong. Oh yeah, I knew how to spell. Now I know where I left the T out. FallynBaptiste.com. You guys find her, get her CD, support Indigenous entrepreneurs, on Indigenous singers like Fallon herself, who took 10 years to get this. I say that in a good way. I say that in a good way because it shouldn't matter how long it takes to complete a goal as long as you complete it. Correct?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So I emphasize 10 years because that means you didn't give up. Things might have happened, things might have gotten away, but in the end, that end goal was achieved. So that's what the show is about. You see what people you hear what people went through to get where they are today. It's not an easy road to success. As actually Tish can attest to that. She's actually somebody I'm trying to get on a podcast myself with her adventures as well. So hopefully see her soon. But are we almost ready?
Yeah. Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can. All right, take it away.
We start that peanut gallery over here. Kipetagwan wasel dipska gayasi negamoen o kisikoak kipeachik igwa kinigamoa Mokudaski Kichi tawi mau kawatan aski ukisikoak kanekamoche Kisikok bitu dewa kiapich papiatak ipeache kiapich petaguanikamoin miswe waskutas kami Okichimaganodaski Kisiko Pitagosia Isaway Maganak Okisiko Kanigamochi Okisikoak kanekamoche.
Wow. That was I gotta give you that. I'm giving you that. That was you need one of these actually. Oh.
I think you're deadly. And I like watching you be deadly.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, look at that. Yes. Yes. That was amazing. That's what I'm talking about. It like it's so beautiful to hear the Cree language, especially sung, but especially when it's backed up by such a beautiful voice as yours. And thank you for sharing that gift to us in a CD. Falynn Baptiste, A Cree Christmas. We're not done yet. I just want to promote your CD all the time. I've been promoting it all the time. I've been going live. Wow. Yes, she will be singing more. Yes, she will be singing more. Guaranteed, we can be singing more. It's such a wow. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just like wow. Yeah. While you were doing that, I had to kick all my kids out of here to the roof. Get them out of there because they were trying to come here. Us. Yeah, thank you for that. And like you said, there goes back to when I said about mental health. And I like to talk about mental health because it's a big thing right now. And, just how music like this, how a voice like yours can, soothe one's soul, especially in times like these, just hearing that, like that voice, it's like you want to just sit down wherever you are and just be like, just let it all go and just listen to that stuff. So that's your gifts. And thank you very much again for singing that. Tell me about these songs. Like, obviously, they're Christmas songs, right? Did you choose them for a reason, or what? How many songs are in your CD?
There's 8. There's 4 that were translated that didn't make it to this album just because we ran out of time. So we're hoping to do a second album next year. Stay tuned to see what the creator has in store. But I chose Christmas. Probably firstly because, I think about my late Kookums, Teresa, Maud, Victoria, Lucy. I don't just have one Kookum, I have lots of Kookums.
Yeah.
My Granny Clara in Cumberland, my Grandpa Donald. Christmas was always so special to the old people. And I think the younger generation, maybe they kind of question, well, it's kind of related to Christianity and the church and everything that happened in history. But the way it was taught to me was, we were taught that, one, like my grandparents, my Wishman Kukum, lived, the Cree way of life and followed their Cree teachings, but they also had a respect for, the teachings of the church, and they often found similarities rather than saying, this one's wrong and that one's wrong and we're right. It was more living in harmony, and the focus was always about prayer, So our family, we always went to church. We didn't abandon our Cree teachings either. We just had a respect for both. And so growing up for me, the old people that I grew up with had a respect and a reverence for Christmas and what it meant, that, that birth of, Mantu Kusan, the Son of God, and what he did here on earth, for us. And so they really respected that spirit of Christmas. And so Christmas was always a special time, growing up. And I think about them when I made the album, because after all, if they wouldn't have, struggled and persevered and kept their language, we wouldn't have our language, if it wasn't for the fact that they held on to it so tightly so that we could have it today. So that was the first reason why I chose a Christmas album, Christmas songs. And then also, everybody knows Christmas songs. It doesn't matter where you come from. And even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you still know Christmas songs, right?
You catch yourself singing them in the summer sometimes.
Right? Yeah. And so, even if you're not a first language speaker, you're not someone who understands the language, for example, we go back to It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, it came upon a midnight clear. So that line. So you're able to somehow relate what you're hearing in the Cree language to the English version. So it almost is a way of helping people connect to the language in a way that they can make sense of it, rather than, like, I've written my own songs in Cree, that I hope to eventually release, but they're my songs, So how is somebody who doesn't understand the language going to be able to understand what I'm singing about, But to do it in a Cree Christmas, everybody can appreciate it. Even non-Indigenous people. I've had a lot of non-Indigenous people buy my album and support it just because they support what it represents, which is, keeping that language alive. So
I didn't even think about that. That's so right. Like, to teach or to learn Cree, you're singing in those, you're right. Like Jingle Bells, you're singing in Cree. Anyone who doesn't speak the language would know exactly, they put word association with, they can put it together and learn it.
mm-hmm.
That's smart. That's very smart. I purchased her CD and also on iTunes. Now her Christmas season down on Montana radio station.
Oh, love to Montana. Thank you.
Yeah. See, I mean, you can get her on Spotify anywhere. It's just type in Falynn Baptiste, the Cree Christmas. You're even on YouTube. You got a few songs on there. Is that who you did your CD with? The guy there?
The company's called CD Baby out of New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And my recording company, they recommended them, and they've been really good to work with. So yeah.
And you're probably you are inspiring, obviously, many other Indigenous people who want to sing, and hats off to you sing it in Cree and, just putting that out for us to listen to, right? So we were jamming it out too over here when we were making popcorn. So that's awesome. Can I get you to sing again? I want to. It was good. I want to hear you sing again. So that was good.
Sure. Do we want to?
Do you want me to sing backup?
Yeah. It's some bells, maybe.
Oh, yeah, the cowbell there. Cowbell. So we're gonna hear another song by Falynn Baptiste from a Cree Christmas album, which is available now. I sound like I'm on a radio. Get it while it's hot.
That's
there it is. There it is.
Can't really see it.
Yes. And you can get it on iTunes. Adonis was. Am I saying that right?
Adonis.
Adonis is saying you can get it on. Where'd she say iTunes?
Yeah.
And don't try to go for the freebies, everyone. Support. It's all about supporting our fellow Indigenous people as we all try to succeed in many ways. And this is one way you can support her. How much is a CD anyway?
CD is $20 just for the manufacturing. And 100%, I kid you not, 100% of the profits are going directly into the album. So, yeah.
So there you go. Yeah,
support.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I forgot to say, we're giving away some gifts tonight, right?
Yeah, we're hoping that we can have some callers call in, just because Christmas is a special time, and when I think about Christmas, I think of my childhood, and I think about my mushumikukum, and so we'd like people to call in, and Nathan will post the number, and just share a story that you have of your childhood or your mushrooms and your kukums, and you will be entered to win a gift card, Abson gift card, a copy of the CD, and actually I'll mail a awesome box of chocolates with my CD. And so we'll have that in a little bit here.
So you're going to win. There's 3 Amazon cards we're giving away.
Yeah.
What did we say we're doing? Totally forgot. Remember, this is coming out of my pocket.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, humbug. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so we'll have a $30 Amazon gift card and a copy of the CD, and then a box of chocolates just to enjoy
while you're listening to the music and the shopping on app. Oh, there you go. You're going to be listening to the CD while you're eating chocolates and shopping on Amazon with your card. You're going to, right? So there you guys go. If you want to. So what do we want to do? We just want them to call in.
Yeah, call
tell
in.
Us the story. And do they win right there?
Sure, we can do that.
Right.
First call.
How easy is that? Call in and just tell us about a childhood story or something about Christmas.
Yeah, something to do with where you come from, your family. And this is open to everybody, even if you're not Indigenous. Why not?
Yeah, everyone can win. Anybody. So there you guys go. 307-717-5395. And I can text you or I can email you the card.
Yeah.
Thanks to COVID. What are we singing then? Or what are you singing? What are you singing?
We'll do Oh Holy Night. It's a favorite.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the first caller in. Looking forward to that.
People are shy. You wouldn't even believe how many people are shy to even hear their own voice on TV. It is. It's crazy. And I push these podcasts because I think they're such a good way to come out of your normal box, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. They're a good way they're a confidence builder. Everyone I interview, I always say you got to do a podcast because everyone I interview is always unique in their own way. And I guess when I was saying it would be nice to hear you host a podcast about Indigenous singers, or even just singing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right?
Get some Indigenous talent on, and yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there that can sing and need to share their.
Yeah, I don't even know people that I subscribe to on Facebook, and I just want to hear them sing because they're so talented.
Yeah, no doubt. So you guys, there we go. 306-717-5395. All you do is got to call in, tell a story, and you win $30 in an Amazon card, and then you win Falynn CD. And you win a box of chocolates.
Mm-hmm. It's a good chocolate.
And please hurry up because my phone's going to die. I forgot to charge it. It was like I was using it on the game show. Anyway, get your song ready. Let's, if they call, I'll put them on hold.
Okay.
But definitely want to hear another song. And like you said, you guys can get Falynn CD, Falynn Baptiste, Cree Christmas on iTunes, on it is on Spotify, but there's only a couple songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But remember, we gotta support. We wanna support Falynn in her dreams. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Come watch it, Tipska, Kitchen, Tipska, come watan wasiya, bring me na mantu oasis, oasis, igiamir, sit, wetna kinipal. Come watch it, Tipska, Kitchen, Tipska, Okanawe hi Chigewa, Matwe Kuskwe Daniwa, Upi Achiriya, Nujnita Wigyu.
Awesome again. We actually have a caller now.
Hey.
Hello.
Danse.
Hi. Manantaw, kimaga.
Answer.
Manantaw nista.
Good, good. Well, who do we have on the line here?
Perlene kano pasagot. Nagsisason.
Perlene, can you hear that, Falynn?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for calling in and tuning into the show. And do you want to talk to Falynn and praise her in her beautiful voice?
Yes, nitawatamo. Nstawe maugaw ya. Eki witinian mana kaki wikian in North Battleford. So I know her mother, but I've known she's had a beautiful voice for a long, long time.
Yeah, and it's I can't get over it. It's such a beautiful thing to hear. So do you have any stories about Falynn when she was young?
I don't have any stories of Falynn when she was young because I met her mother later on when she was a younger woman already. She was singing, and she was making her name for herself singing in Cree. But I'm not sure if I was listening to the instructions very well, but I thought it was just to share a story about Christmas from.
Yeah, you can share a story as well if you want. No, you just Falynn was like, hey.
I know her mother. Yeah, I know her mother. and I know who her father is, but I don't know them that well. I just knew that Falynn was developing into a singer,
Mm.
and she was very good.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hear a Christmas story then. A good one.
Well, I grew up on the Little Pine Reserve, which is close to Red Pheasant. It's in the North Battleford Tribal Council.
Yep.
And I was born in 1962, so this was a time where we still didn't have power. And we lived in a little house in the valley there, where we live right beside the Battle River. And we didn't get power until I was 12. We moved into a newer house, and then we got power, and we didn't have running water at that time. But back then, it was such a beautiful time. Christmas was such a beautiful time. My stepdad would hook up the horses, and we would go for wagon rides, and we'd go visiting house to house at Christmas time. And it was a time where all families came together and spent time together. They shared meals together. The kids played together. We played outside all the time. And a lot of people used horses back then. So it was just a beautiful memory that I wanted to just quickly share with the listeners. It's very different, of course, now today, but definitely some good memories from Gayas.
Mm-hmm. And when you think about it, you wouldn't change it, would you?
No.
Yeah, no, I like growing up. Do you remember sliding on the big hill and Shorty's Hill, as they call it? Yeah, and I remember growing up and going like sometimes Christmas Day or even Christmas night Christmas night. Anyway, around that time, we were always there, and everyone was always happy. And and you're right. Everyone was outside. Everyone visited each other. It was a totally different time than we are in today, and so you kind of just realize how lucky we are, I guess, growing up in that time.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Perlene. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just want to add one more comment today. So if you look at what's happening today, I'm still teaching. I've been teaching for over 30 years. But the exposure our students got to horses today was they got to have a Google Meet with Marty Weldman from Morley, who comes and does equine therapy with our students. Mm-hmm. So we did as much as we could to try and tie them into that connection with horses.
Yeah.
If COVID wasn't there, we'd be on the land working with them. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, we had to postpone that experience. And maybe next year we'll be around horses again.
Cross our fingers for next year.
Yes, that's right.
Awesome. Just inbox me your information there, and we'll get you some a CD and a gift card and some chocolates.
Oh, perfect.
Make sure you include your mailing address, Perlene. Thank you. The last one.
Hi. Okay. Bye.
All right. Thank you. And just like that, see how easy it is? 717. My daughter and I are trying to get into my room here. But that's right. It's like growing up on the reserve back in the day was so different than it is now.
It was. Even, I'm 37. So, you think about when I was a kid, it's so different, so different. Yeah. We'd all pile into one house that had one bathroom, and there's like how many of us, and nobody complained. Everybody was happy, and we'd have a fire outside and wagon rides. And, it's now we barely even get together, because we all live so far away, especially now we have COVID. But it was so beautiful growing up as kids. Yeah.
It is. It's, we sound like our parents, remember when they were saying, when I grew up, now we're saying, when I grew up. I don't know. Yeah. We're not going to talk about the old days here and go on and on about it. But if you want to win a card to Amazon plus a CD by Falynn and chocolates. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Hello, you're live.
Hey, Tanse,
Mananto. Kimaga.
I'm all right. I'm just listening to Falynn here. Falynn will know who I am right away.
2 seconds here. Can you turn down wherever you're listening on there?
Yeah, just go. Getting feedback here. Like I say?
Yeah.
Okay. Just listening to Falynn here, the story is about she mentioned the one bathroom house. And oh, by the way, this is Roberta McIntyre.
Hi, Roberta.
I lived with Falynn. Like Alvina's my auntie. She's my aunt, and I lived with them when Falynn was just a baby. Falynn wouldn't remember. But anyway, they lived in the little house. Is that house still up, Falynn?
No, it burned down, but
Okay.
tiny house.
Yeah, that little house. But when I lived there, we had to go outside. I just dreaded to have to want to use the bathroom in the evening because that meant I had to go outside by myself. And oh my God, that was the worst time. That's the only time I did not want to go to the bathroom. I'd run as fast as it wasn't even very far, but when it's dark and then you're alone, and I never ran so fast that short distance in my life there and back.
Yeah.
But yeah, the things we have today, like some places, like there's so much luxury now today, and like back then we had to work for little things like that, and it's so different. And just sometimes I just miss the simple way of life, the way life was, like even around Christmas, and it was so simple, and family, it was just about family and church, family and meals.
Mm-hmm.
And now today, like it's just so commercialized. Everything's just like the reason for Christmas is missing half the time, but only if you allow it. Like, yeah, sometimes I think of all that.
We did a video, a series of videos, the teachers and the staff at our school, and we wanted to say what we remember back in the day. Every single story you heard had nothing to do with toys or anything they were given. It was all about the meals, hanging out outside with your cousins, or it was all about just spending time with each other.
Yes, it was. Like even when I lived on in Red Pheasant there for a while there, it was all about the horses, and just being out there. It was just so calm and beautiful, and like the school, I loved it there. I loved going to school and Candle.
Yeah,
I think up to a few years ago, from what I heard, that there was the same teachers were there when I was there. Oh my God, that's a long time. Oh. I don't know about now. And then when I first started university, I met a few people from Red Pheasant, and then I told them, I used to live there. I went to Cando school too, and they would tell me, they'd ask me what year, and I'd give them the year, and then a couple of them said, I wasn't even born yet. Or I was only in kindergarten.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, hey, thank you, Roberta, for telling us, your memories of Christmas, especially out here in Red Pheasant. It's good to hear Red Pheasant stories, but I guess it's good to hear Christmas.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of good memories at home too. But, since it's about Falynn, and then another thing too, and as Falynn mentioned about when you were talking about how her music started.
Yeah.
I remember when I was living there, I don't even know, she was a year. I can't remember how old she was as a baby though, but I remember her dad, but he would always be singing to her, and he's the one that always said, she's going to be a singer. he always sang to her.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. a little bit of history that I can attest to.
Well, I like hearing stories about my guests there when they're younger. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And, you want to say anything? You want to say Merry Christmas to anybody?
Well, just Merry Christmas to everybody, and I hope, it's hard times now these days, trying times, this COVID, like a lot of us can't even be our own family, like it's so limited now, like only 5? What's the Virtual family Christmas at the Guapoga. Yeah. Bring out your laptops.
Yeah. Everyone gather, turn your laptops on. We're gonna have a Christmas. Well, thank you for your stories and
Alrighty.
yeah, just inbox the page there and then we'll get your information.
Alright, what's that?
Yeah, there you go. Some nice stories.
Yeah, I did. I grew up in a very tiny home, no running water when I was young.
Oh, here we go. The stories are coming.
She brought it up. And
when I was young, I remember when we were talking about those stories. I remember growing up, we had those did you ever have those those little portable yellow toilets?
No, we just had one out back.
That's what we had.
Beginnings.
Let's hear one more song and then we'll take a few questions or whatever and we'll end it. But
if anybody has any questions out there they want to ask,
Yeah, feel free to ask them in the comments here and then I'll post them up there and Falynn can answer. But I do want to hear one more song.
Okay.
One more song. One more song. Yeah. But thank you for coming on and doing this and sharing your gift as usual. And if you guys out there are listening, if any of you guys can sing, get out there and sing some more. Maybe you guys will be doing a CD like this in Cree or English or Dene or Lakota, whatever. Just
yeah. That's my hope that we can have more contemporary music and Indigenous languages, out there and keep our languages alive.
Yeah. What to do to win? You got to call in. We're going to do this song or do you want to take the last caller now?
Sure, let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Take the last caller now. And just call in and you got to talk about your Christmas.
He's my favorite aunt.
Yeah, you got to talk about your Christmas story. Just give us a Christmas story. That's it. Something simple. That's it. And then you win yourself a CD and then you win yourself a $30 gift card. If you can do $30. You can do $30 from Amazon. And that's it. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
That easy. That easy. Is Connie your favorite aunt?
Yes, Connie, my favorite aunt, Manitoba. St. Lazare.
Are you you said you're making another CD?
That's the hope. We have the 4 songs that didn't make it to this album, and I hope to collaborate with other Indigenous artists for the next one. So
that'll be nice to listen to.
Yeah.
Hello, you're live.
Hello. That's it. I have a Christmas story.
Oh, you got to turn down your volume in the back.
Yes.
Okay.
No, you got to turn it down.
Okay, how is that? Sheesh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Who are we talking to?
This is Spring Spirit from Spring Spirit Nation.
Hi, how are you?
You're welcome.
Great.
Actually, this is another podcast, another Indigenous podcaster, Sikuna Henikyo. Another podcast Falynn could be on.
Oh, awesome. That'd be so great.
So thank you for calling in. And basically we just need to hear a Christmas story.
Okay. I think this one is kind of suiting and fitting for this season. So weird. Can you hear me, Nathan?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, awesome. I was hearing some knocking or whatever. Anyways, when I was young, I'd say about 8 or 9, I had the flu during the Christmas holidays, and I was all by myself in the bedroom and not feeling the greatest. And then sort of the last day, or when I got better, it must have been Christmas Day, and then we heard really, really loud knockings on the door. It was kind of startling, and we all jumped and we went running to the door, like red kids. Somebody comes, we all run to the door. Anyway, there it was. What's that?
Yeah, you're so right. Everyone just peeks to the window. Everyone looks at
yeah.
there. Who's there? Who's there?
And then we opened the door, right? And there was these huge, I'd say probably size 12 boots on the steps, like fresh snow. And on the door was like stockings, like toys and stuff like that. And we just heard bells kind of in the bushes kind of thing. It was dark out there. And I got this little whistle, like a part of my toys, and I was just playing with it. I was just feeling like so great that Santa came to our house. And a little while after that, right, Dad comes home and we're just like telling him, Dad, Santa was here. I just thought, the things parents do, right, for their children.
That's a nice story.
And yeah, my dad has like size 10 feet, and like these were huge boots, so he really put a lot of thought into that.
That's you're so right. Like parents, we go out of our way to see that our kids smile, right? That's the main thing all the kids want. They don't want to see any sad children. It's like,
yeah,
let's see how much, I got to get my kids to smile no matter what. And
absolutely.
And hearing stories like that, you hear even some parents going like and putting the tracks on the roof or putting reindeer dropping somewhere, eh? You ever hear that one?
No, I never heard that. That must be a red pheasant thing.
One time in red pheasant.
No. Oh, Falynn, I can't wait to hear your music. I hear your CD's out. I'm looking forward to it. And when things settle down for me in my house right now, I'm just gonna put it on my Bluetooth speaker and just let her rip. I can't wait.
Good. I look forward to people singing. Maybe next year we'll do the Korean Christmas campaign, and people can send in videos of them singing along.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, you guys have a great evening.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you.
Bye. And there we go. There was a third caller. All the prizes are gone. That's how easy it was. You just need to tell us a Christmas story. And they were all good. So thank you to the 3 that called in. They were good. It's so nice to hear other people's Christmas stories, eh?
It is. It makes you smile and kind of gets you in that spirit of Christmas and what Christmas really means.
Yes, that's true. Like I said, yeah, like we're getting into that story with all our staff. And like I said, everything came out that all you remembered was spending time with each other. And I know this year is just stupid and dumb and what all the stuff that it, but that don't mean we can still not spend time with each other. Like, look at how we're doing like this, think outside of the box, do what you got to do. I know we're in a difficult time, but do what you got to do. Anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore. I want to hear Falynn sing because this is what the show is. It's about her. And go check out her CD on iTunes, on her website, which is, I gotta go up the thing here. It's FalynBaptiste.com, but I'm just looking. Somebody wrote it here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently I spelt it wrong. I'll put it up bigger there. FalynBaptiste.com. Falynn Baptiste. And please go support her. It's all about supporting each other and showing the love that way. She gave away 3 CDs tonight. And just support her. That's basically it. Support. So what are we singing here? I always say we.
I hear you humming every now and again.
Huh?
So I hear you humming every now and again. We can end with What Child Is This? It's the other one of my favorite songs. And hope you like it. Kigo awa sisawa marikatagonat kisiko wa katamskawewak okanawechi gewakaschi kichi mantuawa kanitawi kitumanu Kipamami Jimmy Awamari Oko Sisa Kichimanduawa Kanitawi Kirumanuj Kipamami Chimik Awamari Oko Sisa Betamawami Toina Asumik Beatamskak Awasis baby go he will Miotewa Sagi Ewa Kichimanduawa Ganitawi Kirumanuj Kipamami Jimmy Awamari Oko Sisa Awamari Oko Sisa.
Wow.
I think you're deadly. And I like watching you be deadly.
That was yeah. Once again, Falynn Baptiste, everyone. You know what I really like? It's at the end part when the singer is ending that song. I don't know if you guys call it anything, but you know what it's like? You go, whatever you do. You know what I mean? That end part, you did it. You did it there, and it's like that. It's like that ending that you just ended with that really. I don't know what to call it. Is there a name for it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you kind of just slow it down and you kind of hold the
Can you give
note.
me an ending again? Just a real quick ending, or do you need a?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking? Okay, let me hear
Yeah.
a little ending again. You go,
Awamari Oko Sisa.
yes, that's what I'm talking, man. I wish I could sing like that. I'd be singing every day. I'd be singing right now. I'd be talking you singing.
Just walking down the hallway.
I would say. Anyway, I need one of them voice things that make you sound really good. Yeah. Wow, all the way from Georgia.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the show, there, Michael Hogan. Yeah. Wow. Can we do one more, or do we got to end it?
Oh, well, it's getting kind of late.
All right. Okay. I'm getting greedy here. I'm getting greedy. Anyway, Falynn, I want to thank you so much. Yeah, it is getting kind of late. We've been going for a bit.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Mary.
Augusta, Mary's son.
Yes, it is. Yes. And yeah, like you said, you guys, you can get her CD. Support her. $20 is all that CD costs, and all that money that she makes off it is going back into her next project, correct?
100% right back into the album. So
yeah, so it's not a moneymaker. It's like just to make that next one. And yeah, you're supporting Indigenous artists like Falynn, who's realized her dream, which took 10 years. Yeah, and then some, but she did it. She finished her goal. You know, life gotten away, and here she is, and blessing us with her beautiful voice. And yeah, I wish I could hear her listen. I want to hear her sing live all night, but it is what it is. But I want to thank you, Fallon, once again for coming to my show, my podcast, and I like the call-in thing. I love doing the call-in thing. I love hearing the audience voices and just interacting. But I want to say thank you. I'm gonna get you to close it out. That's how I do it with all my guests. And yeah, thank you guys for joining. Stay tuned for the next one. The next one's gonna be pretty good too. But I want to, like I said, can't get enough of Fallon's voice right now. It's so beautiful. But with that, you guys, we'll see you at the next one.
Yeah, Gijitam Scott now, Kakyo. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, right from BC to Ontario. I sent a couple CDs up to Nunavut, down to Texas, Montana, from my heart, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful that you're supporting not just me, but, the protection, the preservation of our language. And yes, I thank all of you so much. Merry Christmas to all of you. I wish you good health and happiness, and Happy New Year. Thank you.